didn't work. Sorry. Right, hello everybody. Distracted at the very last minute, just as I went on air. Welcome to this week's edition of Metaworld News, where we are about to bring you the headlines for the week ending the what are we again? Yes, 21st of June. 21st of June,
Right.
1991, 2020, right,
Yeah.
21st of June,
30
2020.
days,
Yeah.
whatever. June.
September, April, June, and November, and
Right, right.
who knows what happened to the others. Right. Okay, my name is Mal Burns. I'm Mal for short, and Burns for a bit longer. Second word. But on Twitter, you can find me squashed. Yes, twitter.com squashed. No, I mean twitter.com Mal Burns, MALBURNS, all one word. And we have an additional Twitter feed for this show, which is less populated, but nevertheless it's there. It's twitter.com/MetaWorldNews. Right, so here I am in the studio. I am joined, as always, by James Outloud. Welcome, James.
Hey, Mal, it's great to be here. I'm looking forward to the news and events from the week.
Indeed, indeed. And James is not only commenting now and again, he's pressing buttons and looking at monitors because he is not only filming me here, and bringing you my camera from here, but he's also filming a feed I'm giving him from my desktop when it doesn't crash.
All right.
So he can actually show you the very things I'm talking about when I'm talking about them, all due to the magic of the interwebsy things. Yes. Uh, anyway, God, it's been an exhausting time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, there were two conferences in a row, and just when you think you got a week off, we get another one. If you look at the screen, and if James gives you my screen now, you'll see the one that started today, which is Immersive Learning Research Network 2020 conference. Now,
Is
as
there
long
a
as
is
you
there
have,
a Mal? Is there a menu over the page? I
I
can't.
should hope so. What are you seeing?
Well, I see vision, and then I see the words Heinz. Looks like
Oh,
Heinz. There we go. There we go.
sorry, I see what you mean.
Yep.
Right, okay, me being silly. Okay,
Nope.
fair enough, fair enough. This is a page at eventbrite.com. Yeah, you probably know Eventbrite, the word event, then brite.com, and then slash e, and then slash immersive dash learning research network, blah, blah, blah. Um, you can still register. You won't be able to get into anything unless you do register, and you'll actually find that if you do, it then takes you to Shed where you get an agenda, but you'll find that when you actually click on to tick an item you want to go to, a lot of them are getting rather full, so they put you on the kind of waiting list. Um, Today, I'll talk about in a minute, it's sort of opening day. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so the 4 working days coming up, which tend to be sort of just straightforward lectures and things like that. Nothing super exciting, unlike today, where there were a number of outward bound parties. I was I watched on YouTube the first talk because Vibella the version of Vibella you have to use is a custom made version of Vibella. Finally, about an hour into it, I got that downloaded separate from my normal Vibella, and I was in there for some time. And listening to people and seeing the chat window at the side, as indeed there was happening in YouTube. This is actually would have been what you might call the real world, organic world conference had it not been for the coronavirus. So they've done a reasonable job, I suppose, in bringing it online, though it's not perfect. Um, it also suffers well for one of the things that even purely virtual conferences happen, and that is, events of, in the proceedings that sort of change venues. There are, I suppose it's one thing being in a conference and then just hopping into a side room for a seminar and then coming back into the full conference, but when you're actually being asked to teleport virtually to different locations, and each of those different locations is on a completely different platform, which therefore means you've got to download the software for that platform, etc., etc. Yeah, well, anyway, to attend this conference, you can watch it on YouTube. And if if you're registered, you can get the link, but you can't even get into YouTube without the link. And you can see the chat room, and you can, if you want the main conference, you can download their version of Vibella, which is a very sort of almost kidsy, superficial kind of program, but probably best suited to people who know nothing about real virtual worlds like this one, for example. As for me, I was in Vibella for a short while. Then um, I didn't actually go because it was going to be too finicky. But I could have gone to Second Life where our friend Heike was delivering on her language stuff. I then went to Tivoli, which is one of the replacement platforms for High Fidelity. In their alpha, they were showing off a whole load of the facilities that you can do there. Most impressive. As a result, I missed, although I was actually logged in here to the Kitely Grid as well for the digital citizenship build tour, but they both happened simultaneously. And when I started talking with people, I rapidly had to give up trying to talk in two platforms at
Well,
once
a lot
with
of
different
input.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like being in two rooms at once and talking your head
It
off.
it was nice in Kitely that there was a greeter for that conference at the landing area. That's always a great thing.
Yes, yes, that was pretty organised. I mean,
Bethany
well, actually,
Winslow.
when I
Yeah.
first
Yep.
logged in, Val LeBaron was on her own there. Oh
Okay.
no,
Yep.
no, I think Melville was there.
Yep.
It's his land cookie. But while I was there, Val went off and brought her alt in called New Media or something,
Hmm.
and she parked her alt at the landing point and then took her real avatar further in.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Very
had it
nice.
nicely planned. Yeah, very
Yep.
good. And yes, yes. And then when that was over, I was about to teleport over here to get the show ready. And lo and behold, there was Bethany Winslow and Joyce Bettencourt from Avacon, who engaged me in a long conversation. I was lucky to get out there with my brain intact for this show. In fact, you, depending on how the show goes, I'll leave you to decide whether my brain is intact or not. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get going because we're also going to try and get out of here in time to go and see John Michel Jarre. But more on that later. I will
Yay.
let you know. Anyway, the screen is showing there. You can go to Eventbrite, register there. I'm sure if you look up ILRN, you will be able to find the necessary online. And I particularly, if you're an educator and you think there's stuff there that'd be interesting through the week, so all that VR, augmented reality, mixed reality, extended reality, and supporting learners across the full span of learning from K-12 to higher education to work-based, informal, and lifelong learning contexts. There's a handful for you, or in my case, a mouthful. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm going to be ad-libbing our way through some of these. I've got a few loaded, but due to a crash, I haven't got every link I need loaded. Okay, this is a site called mindmatters.ai. So mindmatters.ai. June 20th article. Virtual reality joins actual reality and it's a real advance. Um, yeah, well, it would be. It's called mixed reality, I suppose. No, it's actually results in media reports, etc., etc. Pioneering virtual reality. This has got a short audio. Um, it's not actually a podcast; it's more of an audio. It's Thomas Furness, who is a accredited person on the subject. What the text there is literally a transcript of the audio, but of course you've got a few embeds here, like YouTube stuff you can look at while you're listening. So that's mindmatters.ai is the site you want for that one. Right. Beginning of the week, of course. I did get the early links loaded at least. Scarredghost.com, that's SKARREDGHOST.com. The regular Monday post called the XR Week Peak, which he brings out every Monday. And no doubt there'll be another one tomorrow because this is June 15th. But a roundup of the news of the week, some stuff that you may have picked up on this program, other stuff that's more relevant to the hardware world and everything else. So, nice compliment. We can't, one show, one blog can't cover everything, but this does a nice little roundup of stuff for you. On and on and on we go. And I obviously I can't even see how far I have to scroll to get to the bottom of that one.
Mm-hmm.
So good read of links there. Right. Oh dear. Twist TweetDeck has gone again. Okay. Moving on to the next tab I actually have open, and this is virtualrealityreporter.com. So it's three words: virtual reality reporter, but squashed together as one. .com. And this article is about virtual reality disruptor. Spaces, a platform called Spaces, have launched a global e-commerce platform with Digital River. We've covered Spaces already, but they're relatively new. They have a Discord channel, which is kind of interesting stuff on it. And yeah, this is sort of just background information about what they've been doing there. So you'll find that at virtualrealityreporter.com. Right, moving on here. This is HTTPS, etc. No www though. Anchor FM, ANCHOR.FM, and slash Immersive Wire. Immersive Wire is an episode. It is actually a podcast. As you can see, you can get it on Spotify and various other places there. You can log into it too. It's called the Immersive Wire anyway. And this week's episode on June the 8th, well, it wasn't quite this week, is it? June the 8th. Anyway, it's about using VR to dull pain with Sarah Teacher, I believe is how I pronounce her surname. So find that at Anchor FM, anchor.fm slash immersive wire. Moving on again, the show must go on. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with that if I can get my tweets to load again. Let me have a go while we're talking. Oh, why did I have to have a go at that moment? Okay, we'll be back shortly. It says, uh, oh God, no, I'm going to have a problem with my browser, aren't I? I hate this. Oh, it's okay. We're now completely lost because all my plugins have disappeared,
Oh.
which affects the layout and everything here. Okay, this is scarghost.com yet again. Um, HTC announces Excel Suites and chooses the future collaboration and workplace. This was on June the 16th, a couple of days ago, basically. It's at HTC. I think they're anticipating coronavirus lockdowns for the long run. But anyway, more about what they're doing there. Um, is that what it is? That's what it is, yes.
There's your new.
Um,
There's your favorite phrase, the new normal.
yes. Uh, um, okay, Engadget .com as a post on the same thing, basically. This is engadget.com. And yeah, read a bit more about it on that side too. Moving on. Right. This is uploadvr.com. A university project shows hot and cold temperature change VR research. This is probably, yeah, I think this probably relates to an item we did feature like either last week or the week before. The idea that you can use chili to be fire, and you can use mint to create cold, and they're basically using taste to well deliver fake news to your nose. I suppose is what the best way of talking
That's a
about
good
it.
way to put it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, all very interesting stuff. So you find that at uploadvr.com. And finally, well, finally, as far as my screen's concerned, oh no. Okay, yeah, here it is. The show must go on. How immersive performance are adapting feature. Speaking to the folks behind Telelibrary, Echelon, Long Distance Affair, Chaos Theory, and more. It's a Medium post, but I believe it's not one. Yes, it's one you can get to without the paywall. Um, the easiest way to get it is this site actually, no proscenium .com is NOPROSCENIUM and .com, and yeah, you get all that new platforms, new considerations, blah blah blah. The inevitable, really. So I'm in the unenviable position of needing to load my sidebar, which is a plugin which has just been removed in the crash. So Joyce, when I was talking to her from Avacon a few minutes ago, she was all dolled up in a fine dress. She said something about from 3 weeks ago, and she said, "Well, if you need something to talk to on the show about on the show, ask James about this graduation ball or something." And
Oh
she
yeah.
said you were filming some of it. So
Right, right.
while I'm just wondering if in a couple of minutes it's going to take me to try and get organised here, maybe you'd like to put the camera on you and tell people.
Um, yeah, sure. So this was it was an interesting event. It was for a technical college in Florida, and of course, like so many people, they were hoping they were regretting the fact that they couldn't graduate in person. They couldn't get together, and of course, it's a very important time in a young person's life. And so, through various connections, I'm sorry I'm spacing on the names, but a couple people who are familiar to us in Second Life and also in OpenSim said, well, why don't we try a virtual world? So they worked with Avacon, and I'm a volunteer member at Avacon, and we created a region on the Avacon grid, and we had uh, the people who had brought them in took care of providing orientation to the students, and I have to say the orientation was fantastic because the event proceeded really well. The young people operating their avatars seemed fully adept at what they were doing, and they had just a great time being there. And
Ah,
the organizer, there was a lead teacher, I believe, who was organizing it on their behalf, and they scheduled a treasure hunt. They had little tours around the region that was built. Franz, who was a volunteer at Avacon, built
okay,
a
yeah.
boat ride. So the students
Oh,
could get together
oh,
and ride on a boat in the
I
water.
think I
Yeah,
think I came across a video of that actually. I didn't publish it anywhere, but it
yeah,
was also yes.
yeah. So it was great fun. It was, I think, a great success to get use that as an alternative. What VR is really good at.
Yeah,
Being an alternative when you can't be someplace in
when
real
you
life.
can't do it for real, sure.
Right, right.
So yeah, and you've well, you also haven't got it ready to show, as you say. Some film there. I'm still reloading, but I'm getting
Oh,
there.
oh, yeah. Well, oh, gracious.
Yeah,
Okay, you're going to
it could
challenge my
challenge
open
your.
broadcaster skills. Let's see if I can dig up a video for this.
Actually, I don't. Well, yeah, I'm almost at where we need to be. I think it's hard to tell. I use so many plugins that a crash like this does not do well for me. And of course, it's near the end of the alphabet of the list that all our important stuff is.
Right.
Range. I don't
So
know
I,
if
I can I can run. Oh, there's a new version of VLC. So here I can run a little bit of this video. This was from the live
Okay.
stream, and
I'll let you
so
talk over it. I can't see it while I'm doing this, so
all
I'll leave
right,
it with you.
all right.
Uh,
There we go. And so you can. This is a poster for the virtual prom. I guess I thought it was graduation, but they called it a virtual prom. But they had the
uh,
valedictorian of the class and scavenger
yeah,
hunt,
I saw a lot of
all
references
of
to
this
prom
stuff.
actually.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And then let's see if I just jump through a little bit of the
Sorry
video.
about the noise.
Where's the graphics on the top?
So, and for
And I like
privacy, I don't want to
I like
dwell too long on anybody, but you can see they
Fair
gathered
enough.
in a
Fair enough.
courtyard of a little castle area to have people speaking. Yeah, so I thought it was a great success, and I think it probably
You guys
finished up
stick with
with
some,
some
you know,
dancing as usual. Dancing, was a big event.
Yeah, strap on an avatar and get going, as it were.
Right, right.
the inevitable thing. Right. 25, tweets. There's tweet tab sidebar. Where's the other sidebar I need here? Sorry.
Yeah. So anyone who
If,
hears the broadcast, Avicon is really, for a nonprofit organization, our team actually accomplishes quite a bit. And just to mention the team at Avicon, it's myself, I'm a volunteer, and Euron Franz, who is um, Franz, we just know him as Franz in Open Simulator, and he's a good builder, a great builder, a good grid manager. And then along with Marcus Llewellyn, who is a very great builder and a great grid manager, server manager, and Marcus, of course, is also working on the Vercadia um, implementation of high fidelity. And
of
so,
course, yeah, that's the other one other than the Tivoli one that
yep,
I was asked earlier.
yep. And then
Uh,
there's Dave Fleeson, who his avatar is either Sun Tzu or Joey Obama, and he's a
of course.
volunteer with the organization. He does really a lot of the great costuming and hunting down of the decorations and objects that were in the area. And then, of course, we're all led by our fearless leader, uh, um, Joyce
Joyce.
Bennincore in real life, or Rhiannon Chat Noir in the virtual worlds. And that's a lot of speaking for a technician, for a stage tech. No, I don't do that often.
Yes, indeed. I'm grateful for all this. I'm really, really hoping we will have something resembling the right thing in a second. I tried to reload the web panel and it crashed, but this time
Uh,
I think it has worked. So if if this where is it? Oh, good grief! There's something wrong, completely wrong with this. Okay, okay. Now I think, folks, we can continue a bit with the news. I'm going to. I started with today earlier, didn't I? So I'm going to just head down the week a little bit. I think. Um, and oh my God. Okay, there was one voicesofvr.com podcast this week. This one came in today, number 920. It's about the Tetris effect VR. It's an experiential design for flow states in a classic puzzle game. Definitely focuses on gaming with Tetris there, but sounds like a good bit of fun. Um, right, we did
yeah, I feel like
the.
that's a Quest title on the Oculus Quest. And it's I've heard people say it's so relaxing. It
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the feeling I got from
yeah.
what I can see here. Yeah, this is just sort of maybe a game, but it's a sort of chill out thing.
Hmm.
Okay, this is hot news to do today as well. Magic Leap have lost a lawsuit that they were taking against the Nreal glasses, which we've featured quite a lot. So I do like the look of the Nreal stuff. Apparently, Magic Leap tried to sue them on the basis they stole the secrets of. I think yeah, it's not even a similar look. It's got the same size factor basically. We have covered them before. Anyway, that's the Magic Leap headset, which of course is very expensive and everything that went with it. Whereas Nreal only costs you $500. Not cheap, but nothing like the thousands Magic Leap used to cost. So anyway, Magic Leap have lost that little argument, so another blows to them. So what will whether it affect them in development, I don't really know. Yeah, we will leave that up one for now. This is at a site called ehstoday.com. It's EHS Today. The bloody thing has crashed again. That what is up? Plenty of RAM. Right. How VR can make the workplace measurably safer. And immersive safety training can realistically simulate workplace scenarios. This is posted June the 8th, which I guess is sort of beginning of the week. I have no idea. I've only got one plugin that we need loaded, and it's not loading anymore.
Mm.
Um, oh, crying out loud. What is wrong with this? I'm sorry. This should not happen on air, but as you can see, no, get it all running again. Now it just disappears again. I have no, I can't get at the. I'm going to have to take a different tact, I'm afraid, and I'm going to have to go over to my Slack, which records basically everything I need anyway. So um, we will just put that non-functioning thing away, and I'll attempt. It means I'm making our little screen here a bit bigger because there isn't a sidebar to crop it with. Right, and news records. Here we are. So from today, I'm going to work my way. I'm going to go back to so much for having a quick, efficient show, eh?
Uh,
Wednesday was, how are we doing on time? Okay, well, we're halfway there. Right, Monday, okay, we talked about spaces, yes, so we peak, immersive wire, replays. Um, yeah, but we're not doing too bad through to Tuesday. Um, Here we are. This would do. Virtual reality makes exercise.
my.
Okay, you can't be doing this in both places, can it? Oh dear. But this means my browser has now deactivated every single extension. You see, so it's even crashing
In real
without
time. Yeah.
in real time without any extensions. Why I Right, if this is a bit insane. Um, okay, well, it seems to just started again, minus the extensions, of course. Okay, let's just try it again. Um, now the other side of my screen has crashed.
I
I
think
think we're
we
gonna have to.
may not
I'm gonna
work.
have to. I think I'm gonna have to reboot computers and everything and just start again at some point. Um, this is a bit of a disaster. My other application, which handles the links on the other side of the screen, has loaded. Oh, it's reloading now, but whether it's um, chances are, if I get where I need to be, it's still going to end up knocking out. All the work that goes into setting these things up, and then
Right.
they
Right.
they just play silly bugger on you. If
So any Geek
excuse the
Squad
language.
people in the audience?
Yeah. Okay. Well, if anything else goes wrong, we will sort out another way of bringing re-recording this
Yeah.
later. But in the meanwhile, the reason we're in such a hurry, grief, I think this is. Yeah. Here we are. My page is not in dark mode, I'm afraid, but that's and we haven't got any. But there we are.
Mhm.
Okay. VR room or room. This is tonight. This is literally starts at Central European time.
Less than an hour. Yeah.
Hang on, 3:15 p.m. That would be. Oh, sorry, 9:15. Yeah, 9:15 Central European time, which would be 10:15 in the UK. And it's 7:30 now. Anyway, yes, I don't know if those of you have heard of John Michel Jarre. In case you haven't, let's. There you go. There
Yep.
you go. So this is going to be a 40-minute event shortly. Um, various people, I think that film itself was actually taken at yesterday's rehearsals, and those who were privileged to see the rehearsal were most impressed too. Um, Michelle Jarrett's music is ideal for this kind of thing. I've got videos going back, decades of his
Oh my goodness.
performances, and
Yeah.
they've always been sort of a stage event with special effects and all these circular keyboards and stuff, and very much that it's a forerunner of that kind of trance in a way.
Mhm.
It is progressive rock, I suppose it was called at the time. That definitely, laying down basic rhythms and then layering sound on top, basically. And he's probably one of the first rock musicians to actually do that. I mean, there are others, like Pink Floyd and things, whose ultimate sound is very different, but the concept of creating layered sound for a rock audience is probably comes from Vangelis was another one, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
They're all be of an ilk, and anyway, I've always loved Jean Michel's jar, so I did plan to get away in time for that, and so did James. He told me
Yep.
when he
Yep.
came on, so
Yep. Yep.
we're going to do what we can there.
Yep.
I'm going to continue for the moment,
Okay. All right.
just in
Boldly
case we
go
can.
into the.
Yes, we can always, if I get a few main things mentioned, we
Okay.
can come back next week.
Consider it a
Um, uh,
show.
the
That's good.
the other platform is actually called Wave. Some chap called John Legend is taking the virtual stage next week in the Wave application. And oh god, I'm so nervous clicking on anything at the moment. It's crashed on the other side, but it hasn't crashed on the. Where's the star sheet? Oh, right. Okay. This is yeah. I don't know why I said I was going to This is just not happening. Can't believe it. I blame half of this on them. I think it's about a week or two ago. There was an update to the Apple's operating system, and all these things have actually started happening since then. But you can't roll it back, unfortunately. So um, it's despite the fact there is masses of free RAM, it seems like everything in the system wants to crash. Okay, I'm on. Yeah, I'm talking. Right. Okay. I think we've had it for the screen share.
All
To
right.
be honest,
Yep.
what I'm actually going to do, if I can, and there's no guarantee about this, is I'm just going to talk a few things out, as it were.
Like years
Um,
past. That's fine.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, exactly, and it's certainly be quicker that way.
Yep.
Um, if oh, and I can launch Slack from the tray now. That would be easier. Right.
I wish I could
Okay.
help, but I don't speak Mac.
No,
So
no,
yeah.
exactly. No, this is one of those things that is really down to me to sort out this end, and it's. I'm just hoping the main. I'm launching the main instance of Slack so I can, which is actually a bit easier to read. Could do with it being a bit bigger. Right. Okay. Um, we were going back through the week, as it were, whether you realised it or not, and we were on Wednesday, the 17th of June. There. Um, okay. You'll find these at twitter.com/malburns. That's the only way I can give you the links to these. I've only got short links in front of me at the moment, I'm afraid. Articles basically are unrealistic expectations about VR are harming its development. Obviously, commentary there. Um, where are we? We just looked at Jean Legend and Jean Michel Jarre. So, VRARA Eastern Europe online event in virtual reality. This is the VRAR Association that did their event fairly recently. They now have a link online to the European edition, which it will be coming up soon. Anyway, it's not super urgent, but I think it's before the second English language one in September. Um, A study finds. There's always a study finding things, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
This one is virtual reality. Apparently, makes exercise more enjoyable and less tiring. Study finds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, study finds indeed. So let's carry on studying my feed, shall we? Right. Hypergrid Business does actually have a post. That's hypergridbusiness.com, if I believe. I'm saying that from memory. OpenSim numbers grow as grids get set for the 4th of July. Hypergrid Business. I don't know where to get that from. I haven't heard anything about preparations for the 4th of July, but according to Metaworld News, OpenSim numbers grow as grids get set for the 4th of July. So go figure. Maybe we're going in for an exciting time on OpenSim. 4th of July via the hypergrid, eh? Right. Um, VTime, that's a small v and then a capital Time. Another platform, basically. They're helping vulnerable kids in the UK here to continue vital social care in VR. Um, Basically, the um, kids in social care in VR. I doubt if it's all of them, but there's certainly somewhere in the UK here. They're actually using the VTime virtual reality app to help them in um, both social care aspects and isolation aspects, I guess. More Michelle Shah. Yeah, it's obviously going to be popular. Oh, this one actually got a lot of retweets, and again, I can't remember where it goes, but there's a very interesting post, very obviously technical, about exploring mathematics in VR. Um, we often talk about exploring data and stuff like that in VR, but this is particularly about ways of studying mathematics using virtual reality. So it seems like they can find virtual reality is a useful tool for just about anything when you put the mind to it. Right. Another popular link, actually, if I remember rightly, the Museum of Other Realities is to present um, 55 XR works for the Cannes Festival. And notice they said the Cannes Festival, not the Cannes Film Festival. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's more VR these days than film. Again, I don't have the links. You'll have to go to Twitter for those. This post was Friday, by the way, so we're zooming through the main items now. XR interview. Deeper Man Claire Neon. Yeah, I don't know where I pronounced that right at all. It's an interview with a creator. This link is at the virtual library at Medium, so it's not behind their paywall. You can go to medium.com/virtual library. Virtual dash library, I think it is. Again, I'm telling you from memory, so forgive me if I send you on the wild goose chase. Um, As a UK magazine for actors and actresses, well, actors plural is all you need these days, I'm told. It's called The Stage, and it's what's called a long read here. How is immersive theatre staying afloat during lockdown? I hope James is not showing you my screencast anymore
I'm
because it's
not.
still
I'm not.
it's super misbehaving even without me going near it. Right. Okay. Okay, that will just have to do. Okay. Yeah. So it's a magazine called The Stage. Again, Twitter for the links. Twitter.com/malbones. Um, Metaworld News. Oh, yeah, in our Metaworld News stream, twitter.com/Metaworld News. Um, Hype events. It's a link I post about twice a week. It's actually to the same page, but it's a listing of all events on the hypergrid, and the ones at the top are for that day, and you can easily see the next 2 days. So I only tweet it, twice a week or something, and you can get all the events going on, including the ones at this very moment. But you'll have to go to Twitter to get the link. Of course, of course, of course. Right. Yesterday being Saturday, um, augmented virtual reality sees an update during the pandemic. This is another post from Hypergrid Business. So that's hypergridbusiness, all one word.com, I do believe. I should know by now, but you
Uh,
never know.
yeah.
Um, Right, the UK. This is interesting. I keep forgetting we've got one. But anyway, the UK's National Space Centre is to launch. Okay. I go, oh, what are they going to launch? Something they're going to launch something immersive.
Okay.
No, they're not going to launch a rocket. We have got a centre and we do launch rockets, but this is different. The UK's National Space Centre is to launch immersive academy training for students in XR creation. You'll find that post at VR Focus. I don't know because it's in the title. So I guess vrfocus.com. I think we normally do. Um, yeah. Basically, academy training using immersive techniques from the UK's National Space Centre for aspiring UK astronauts. Maybe I don't know really. Um, Okay, a couple of links here to what I think they're advanced pages for conferences. We'll get to them another day. How the VR can make the workplace measurably safer. Oh, we did manage to cover that one because
Hmm.
when I was in the backwards mode. Right, that was the EHS today. And yeah, today itself, Tetris Effect we've done, Magic Leap against News out to Unreal. Um, Virtual reality joins actual reality, and it's a real advance. That was at Mindmatters. Check out that conference for a minute. Yes, I've basically blabbered my way through everything there. We're well on schedule. Maybe we don't need Screen Leap. Maybe I can
Oh,
just talk our way. No, yeah, we
well,
need Screen
then
Leap,
I
don't
don't
we?
think we need YouTube. I mean, we'd just be an audio broadcast.
We could, but then we couldn't show off little clips of the jumping shell shark, could we?
Nope, nope.
Right, yes. So point taken. Point taken. Any thoughts? Any quick thoughts before we'll actually wrap the show at this point and just call it an unfortunate week. And um, I want to kick Apple. Actually, I'm sure it's down to their update, but never mind.
Yeah,
Any thoughts?
those things are
Any
terrible.
thoughts?
It's like taking an automobile to a mechanic and it won't do the problem. Um, oh, I just
Well, here, I'll give you a good one here. I mean, I've been told I have to shield because these days I'm getting on. I've got diabetes
oh, for the
and
virus.
yeah,
Yeah.
which means I can't actually. I was permanent lockdown anyway, but I
Hmm.
used to hop over to the shops and things. So I told I have to, can't. So um, there's one delivery that, but sort of they they deliver what they think are food essentials. Keep you going. um, I'm diabetic and I'm vegetarian, so they deliver loads of sugar and meat. And this is supposed to be done under the auspices of our National Health Service. Come on.
Mm.
Who at the health service delivers sugar and meat to a vegetarian diabetic anyway?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, that is just so funny. But yeah, I don't know what it was you just said. You can't be trust anybody these days. Oh yeah, as a result, I have to use my for real food as opposed to that stupid thing. Um, I got an online account with well, it's a food chain called Sainsbury's, and I put in an order. I don't know, it's about 60 UK bound for various groceries. Buying three at a time and stuff for delivery, which I've been doing every couple of weeks. And in the week, I got a delivery and I pulled it out and they gave me the receipt and stuff like that. But I wasn't going to sort of itemize and count through the whole ticket, one by one. So after the delivery man had gone and I'd unpacked everything, I was like, something's wrong here. So I got out the sort of till receipt. And every single, for protein, I use corn and soyas and some like McCartney type fast foods and stuff like that. Meat alternatives.
Hmm.
Every single meat alternative in my order was missing.
Oh.
In fact, there was a grand total of 15,
Hmm.
£15 worth of goods missing from the delivery,
Hmm.
even though they billed me for the whole online order. And they give you a phone number to ring and complain. Sorry, we can't take your call at the moment. We're not only busy, but it looks like we're going to be busy for days.
Right.
They couldn't get on the phone. There's a form online you can fill in, and it clicks, and then it gives you a little notice saying it's been sent. Thank you. Hear nothing. Finally, on Saturday, I sent the form through again, and within minutes, I got an email saying, we've got it. And a few minutes later, I got a saying credited your account with vouchers. But I was going around all week bad mouthing this book called Sainsbury's, telling people that they were thieves. This is a bit
Oh,
naughty of me,
okay.
but
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I was concerned, they charged me nearly £60, and they give me £45 £5 worth of goods.
Yeah.
That's theft. That's a full quarter of the whole order they stole. But they've replaced the money now, if not the goods.
Yeah.
Doesn't help me with my protein intake though.
No.
Anyway,
No.
sorry, I'm whinging and binging and sninging and what's the word? I can't even think of the word of what I'm doing. I'm grumpy old avatar, am I
Grumpy old
not?
avatar. Yep.
Remember the grumpy old avatars? That was a fun time.
Yep.
Me, a wonderful slim warrior, and Dizzer Dragonash, all three of us on stage together every week. The grumpy old avatars, and we would find a couple of grumpy guests. I think that's far more my forte than reading out the bloody news, don't you
Uh,
think?
no. No.
Anyway,
It's all good.
yeah, maybe we'll bring them back.
Yep.
So the one problem with that show is we went live on air and thought, well, we'll be grumpy, and then we can never think of anything to talk about to be grumpy about. It's one thing having a conversation, you ad lib it, but when you're putting on the grumpy old man voice and trying to concentrate on grumpy old things, which aren't, that's hard work because your mind doesn't. Well, some people's minds probably work that way, but mine certainly doesn't. Anyway, right, well, we'll call it a day and we're going to go and explore Jean Michel's jar. So it is goodbye from me, and it's good. No, I've got that
No.
wrong, haven't
No.
I?
No.
Okay, just James. Goodbye from you. Him.
Yeah. Goodbye
Him.
from him.
No, me. You say me. Because I said me.
Oh, okay. Bye, folks.
Right. This has not been the Metaworld news in any format you've ever seen before. But nevertheless, we will return same place, same time next week. And should we give them another taste of Jean Michel before we go?
Oh, sure.
I think I've still
You
got
have
that.
some ready? Okay.
I think it's the only thing I've got loaded.
Yeah, and do you think, I mean, this will have to be sharded, wouldn't you think? Would be the technology,
Um,
this concert? I've not been to a sharded event
Sorry, I
in
couldn't hear you over that. But anyway,
oh,
now
right.
it's gone grey again, anyways.
Yeah, this would
Right, okay.
have to be sharded, right? So that, you know,
Yeah. Now I'm not sure how to get into. Let me tell you what I'm going to do very quickly. Is I'm going to restart this damn machine. To update. Hang on. I actually want a new update for. I think these are app
can
updates
we
actually.
watch?
What I'm doing?
Yeah.
You most certainly can. Although when the Mac restarts, we'll lose screen leap too.
Oh, right, right.
But yeah, there's. Oh, that didn't get very far, did it? Just tell the mood this thing is in. Right. Okay, that should not be there. Okay, that's the outstore. Yeah, there we are. So there's Slack, and Opera's now recovered from its crash. At least that's what it's telling me. I don't even know what that little thing is. Oh, that's the extensions bit. Right. Yeah. Okay. So there you are. That's my desktop when it's working. And normally when I click from over here, well, it's not in Slack. It's normally in something called Wavebox. But what I'm doing now is going to tell the machine to restart. And if it restarts happily, hopefully it won't need me to configure everything again. If it doesn't, then what on earth happened there? Oh. Well, as you can see, it's kick it. The screen leap thing is going to disappear in a sec. Yeah, Discord will be fine because that's on a Windows system. But the Mac desktop, well, there you are. You ain't going to see much more now until it
No,
goes badoing. It should go badoing, but sometimes it doesn't anymore because there's something. Oh, nice. Okay.
your restart request has failed. I'm sorry.
No, no, actually, well, that's what's good. That restart happened very quickly,
Oh, okay. All right.
which is a good sign.
Yep.
Um, it may be fixing something, in which case it won't restart very quickly. But a couple of occasions I thought, oh, damn, restart's broken, and I did a hard restart. But
Hmm.
that's no, there we go. So it knows what
There's
it's
the
doing.
there's the choo
The
choo.
the lang the ding a lang dang dong. Yes, and I've got a white screen and an Apple logo and a progress bar, which is well, it looks very boring, but it's a downside faster than anything Microsoft ever come up with. The whole desktop, including restoring all my Windows, only takes a couple. Unless there really is something seriously wrong, in which case the startup, it takes time off to repair itself, which usually works for a while at least.
Yeah, and the
And
screen
here we
leap
go.
is
Yeah, wait,
still showing your last transmission. So
is it?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, is it showing the desktop restarting?
No. No.
Oh, right, yeah. So it's just frozen on what it had last
Yep.
because it's not actually open, but it can be. Hang on, that's what's up with this silly thing? Oh, well, I'm not going. I'm not going to moan too. It's so busy loading at the speed of light, it won't let me do anything else.
Yeah. Yep.
But include screen. Don't know whether it stopped loading screen sleep. Can't even pronounce it now. Didn't start. Try again later. Fair enough. That's Windows OneDrive. Doesn't. That's not surprising.
All right. You still want to keep broadcasting?
I'm just,
Okay. Okay.
thing me what's sitting. Uh, let's see if it does restore as I would have thought it would. Always a good test.
This is Mal's Tech Corner.
Yeah, I thought it loaded. Oh, it needs a toggle. Okay, you can have a toggle. There's your toggle. Ah, and there you are. It's toggled the screen lead back on. So there you are.
Okay.
We are off air, aren't we?
No, we're on air.
Oh! Oh, okay. Oh, I thought we were going to play out with Jean-Michel Jarre and then that was it. No,
No.
okay, yeah,
No.
we can stop recording.
All right.
Yeah, bye everybody again. Yeah, you've had a treat today, haven't you? I'm
Yeah.
probably going to edit this. Oh dear, what a mess. I don't know to say goodnight.
All right. Bye bye.
Toodaloo, toodaloo. I thought you were asking me about the screen.